Alright champions, how are you doing? A lot of you liked my previous video which was not edited with a lot of text and stuff and I just spoke. So here's another one. And again in this video I'm going to share an experience of a recent conversation that I had during my consulting practice. So here it goes. This client is a growing company and growing companies come to us to seek advice because it's always easy to have somebody who knows how to go ahead and resolve the problems that one faces instead of trying to struggle, juggle and figure it out your ways. Now this person recruited a few people who the idea was to have them as department heads. When he recruited the first lot of department heads, not all of them were recruited, a few of them were recruited, a few of them were internal promotions. uh, None of these guys worked the way he envisioned it, and now this guy is extremely disappointed and is saying delegation doesn't work, processes don't work, and I don't think this will ever work. I have to get into things and do it myself because that's the only thing that has worked so far. Now I'm sure a lot of you who are in business attempting to grow your business to the next level do things and then encounter failures. What is your reaction to the failure is what decides how far you are going to take your company, and therefore my suggestion. But before I dwell into the suggestion, let me probably attempt to give you an analogy so that you understand this. Imagine you are sitting at your place and you want to go 60 kilometers away from away for a vacation. Now everybody who's traveling to that place is walking and going. If you walk and go 60 kilometers, you estimate how much time it's going to take. Now you know that you want to reach there in quick time, you want to reach there in an hour's time. If that is what you want to do you think walking will do? In my opinion, it will not do. And if you have to reach there, you have to do something different from what everybody is doing. If everybody is walking and attempting to go there, they will reach whenever they want to reach. If you got to reach there in 1 hour, you got to not walk, you got to do something different. You got to probably take a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler at least and then rush it in, cover that distance quicker. Now if you don't do that, you are going to become like any other person that you see around. And that's exactly what an entrepreneur does. He is an entrepreneur, we all are entrepreneurs because we want to achieve something that the common man has not achieved. And when you want to achieve that the common man has not achieved, which is different, you got to do things differently. And when you got to do things differently, it is obvious that you are going to attempt to do those things in the first time. Now when you attempt for the first time, it is obvious that you are going to fail. Don't take that failure as a failure, take that failure as a learning on how to not do the same thing in that fashion. Probably there's another way of doing things. See, in business a lot of factors play, and therefore the businesses become successful or go down the drain. And all of those factors don't remain constant. You probably hired the HODs. Now here's the advice: you probably hired the HODs and they didn't function, maybe because you never had HODs in the first place in your organization. It was your first attempt to recruit and to promote the junior staff to become head of department. It was the first time that they were becoming head of departments. None of them had the experience. You didn't have the experience to work with a new HOD. They didn't have an experience of working as an HOD. So many factors come in play, and that could be a reason why it didn't work. What you really got to do is every time you fail, you got to make down and write down points which you think led to that failure, and then think how you could not have those same reasons become reasons for your failure the next time. As long as you keep doing this, you keep solving enough problems, you will move from point A to point B. My dear friends, remember this: If you're watching this video and if you're attempting to grow your company, you definitely are doing this and you have done this in the past as well, which is why you have reached where you are right now. If you look 10 years before, you will see that whatever you are doing right now is not what you were doing 10 years ago. You know the reason why? Because you didn't give up. Did you not fail? Of course you did. But after the failure, you analyzed the reasons, you kept solving it, and in 10 years, your story is very different from what it used to be. So don't take failures as failures. Don't drop the ball simply because it didn't work one time. The life of an entrepreneur is to fail, improve, fail again, improve, fail again, and then become successful. That's what we have signed up for, because we as entrepreneurs say no to a life that is common. We are not people who would get born, live their life and then die. We are people who want to make a difference. And if you want to make a difference, we got to do different things, and those different things are going to be done by us for the first time. And for the first time you do anything, it is okay to fail. In fact, you must fail. So fail real quick, improve real quick, and keep propelling.